Sieg Railway. The Sieg Railway, German Siegstrecke, is a 100-kilometer (62-mile) long, electrified German main line railway between Cologne-Deutz via Porz, Troisdorf, Siegburg, Hennef, Au, Betzdorf to Siegen, with a through service to Cologne Hauptbahnhof. Although most of it is two-track, two 5-kilometer, 3-mile sections are only single-track. Both ends of the line are in the state of North Rhine-Westphalia, but between Au and Niederschelden it runs through Rhineland-Palatinate. It is one of the oldest lines in Germany, opened between 1859 and 1862 by the Cologne-Minden Railway Company. Services of the line are Rhein-Sieg Express Re9 of DB Regio Aachen Cologne Siegen, operated hourly with Bombardier Talent 2 emus in coupled sets, or with double-decker push-pull sets propelled by Class 111 or Class 120 electric locomotives, or occasionally Silberling coaches, hauled by Class 111 locomotives. Westerwald Siegbahn RB90 of the Hessische Landesbahn as Dreiländerbahn Limburg-Westerburg Altenkirchen Au Sieg Betzdorf Siegen, runs every hour after the S12 and every half hour in the peak hour on the Altenkirchen-Betzdorf section. The trains consist of diesel railcars of Class 640 or 648 for speeds up to 120 km per hour 75 mph. Reitharbahn RV93 of the Hessische Landesbahn as Dreiländerbahn Betzdorf Siegen Küstel Bad Berleburg runs every hour after the Re9 forms together with RB90 a half-hour service on the Betzdorf-Siegen section. The trains consist of diesel railcars of Class 640 or 648 for speeds up to 120 km per hour 75 mph. Rhein-Ruhr S-Bahn S12 Harum Cologne Ehrenfeld Cologne Porz Troisdorf Hennef Sieg Au to Hennef at 20-minute intervals and hourly to Au. Forms together with S19 a half-hour service on the Hennef-Hirchen Au section. Operated with coupled sets of DB Class 420 and DB Class 423 emus. Rhein-Ruhr S-Bahn S13 Düren-Sindorf Cologne Ehrenfeld Cologne Bonn Flughafen Troisdorf. Operated with coupled sets of DB Class 423 emus. Rhein-Ruhr S-Bahn S19 Düren-Sindorf Cologne Ehrenfeld Cologne Bonn Flughafen Troisdorf, Siegburg Hennef Sieg Hirchen. Individual services from Monday to Friday at lunch and dinner, as well as daily services at night to Au Sieg. Operated with coupled sets of DB Class 423 emus. History. Formation. The Sieg Railway is the western section of the Deutz-Gießen Railway Deutz-Gießener Eisenbahn (DG) as far as Betzdorf and the line from there to Siegen, which was originally opened as a branch line on 10 January 1861. From the time of the building of a line, a direct connection was proposed between Siegen and Hager, which was eventually opened in 1915. This shortened the connection between Siegen and Dillenburg by about 30 kilometers 20 miles, leading to a shift of traffic from the old line now known as the Heller Valley Railway, which subsequently usually ran via Siegen and Hager. Further development. The Sieg flood of 1909 destroyed many bridges, including railway bridges, such as at Hirchen, which had to be rebuilt. In 1914, numerous special trains were used to carry German troops to their deployment area in the Eifel during the First World War. In 1945, in the last days of World War II, many bridges over the Sieg were destroyed by the retreating German army. Many of these bridges were rebuilt with single track only. In 1991, the second track was restored on the Troisdorf-Siegburg section for S-Bahn operations. There are still single-track sections between Blankenberg and Merten 3 km 2 mi and between Schladern and Rossbach 2 km 1 mi. On 18 February 1956, there was a serious train accident near the town of Bulgenau. 2 people were killed and 15 injured in a collision of a freight train and an express passenger train, caused by human error. In 1962, was the first section of the Sieg line from Cologne to Troisdorf was electrified, together with the Right Rhine line. The rest of the Sieg line was electrified in 1980. The once extensive freight traffic on the line has declined sharply. Deutsche Bundesbahn closed long-distance passenger traffic in the 1980s. Steam operations in the Sieg Valley ended in 1976 and was not allowed again until 1987. In 1990/1991, test runs with the Intercity Express IC trains were carried out in the Sieg Valley. Since not enough funds were available for IC carriages, some central carriages or ordinary express carriages. One of the routes considered for the proposed Cologne-Frankfurt high-speed rail line would have involved the rebuilding of the Sieg line to Eitorf for 4 tracks. The line would have continued through the Leuschade region via Altenkirchen and Westerburg to Frankfurt. Many kinds of train ran in the Sieg Valley during the rebuilding of the Sieg line for the S-Bahn in 1991. In the summer and autumn of 2003, the Connex company operated for a short time a long-distance Interconnex service on the Sieg line from Cologne via Siegen, Marburg, Kassel, Berlin to Rostock. The line opened on 6 June 2003 and closed on 27 October of that year because Connex needed the rolling stock for the Hamburg-Flensburg route. In the spring of 2004, the whole Cologne-O section was equipped with new high platforms for the extension of S-Bahn Line 12 from Cologne to Düren with Class 423 rail cars. Until then, S12 services were operated by Class 143 locomotives hauling converted Silberling carriages. Porz, Troisdorf, Hennef, and Blankenburg stations were equipped with only temporary platforms. The last station to be equipped with high platform was Porz in 2009. Construction of a new station for S-Bahn Line 12 at Hennef im Siegburg began in January 2011, and it opened on 11 December 2011. It is intended to upgrade the track and stations between Au and Siegen, including the installations of high platforms.